Can you all hear me? Hello? Can you all
Yes.
hear me now? Yes? Okay. All right. Just making sure. All right. So yes, so we're going to be talking about sneaking in more fruits and vegetables into our everyday diets. And let's go ahead and get started for this week. Thank you for joining us again. So some of the objectives of this week is just going to talk about how many servings of fruits and vegetables do we actually need a day? Because a lot of people don't get that recommended daily servings. And so we just want to talk about how we can what or how many we actually do need. And then also what is just a serving of fruits and vegetables. So ways to add it in during breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and dessert, all the meals of the day. And then also talk a little bit about the MyPlate app and how that can factor into some of the things that we do today. And then also our physical activity suggestion that I give every week, just to let you all know that if you want to start being more active, you don't have to start at the gym or having a membership or having expensive equipment. There's other ways to be physically active throughout your day as well. And so, like I say, every beginning of every meeting from last session, session A to now session B, is that well, when we are talking about our different goals, some people's goals are different than other people's goals. So if this does not work well with your goal, then just leave it where it is. And if it's something that you think that you can incorporate into the goals that you have or the goal that you want to accomplish, then just let it happen that way as well. So this is just what we should be getting. What's a serving? How many servings of fruits and vegetables do we need per day? And so we see here that we need at least 4 servings per day of fruit, and then also 5 servings of vegetables per day. And, you know, if you think about, what did I eat yesterday? What did I eat the day before? What did I even eat last week? Sometimes you can't even remember, because I can't remember, but you look and you see, like, did I even eat any fruit yesterday? Did I even eat a vegetable yesterday? What were we doing? And so that's okay. So now we're going to be more mindful of what we are actually eating. And so one medium fruit is about the size of your fist. So look at your fist. If you see like an apple or a peach, sometimes plums can get this big, or, you know, something like that. That is one medium fruit, and that is considered a serving. And so you can also incorporate frozen and canned fruits and vegetables into your diet, and that is still fruits and vegetables as well, no matter if it's canned or frozen. And so a half a cup of frozen or canned is considered to be a serving, or also dried. If you are a trail mix person, then you can also do a fourth of a cup of dried fruit is considered to be a serving as well. And then also there are fruit juices, like the 100% fruit juice, no sugar added, those type of fruit juices. A fourth of a cup of a fruit juice is still considered to be a serving as well. And so for our vegetables, when we think of, you know, how many vegetables do I need to eat in order for it to count as a serving? So you can see, like, for raw leafy vegetables, about a cup is considered to be a serving. For frozen or canned, half a cup is considered to be a serving. And then for vegetable juice, a half of a cup is a serving. So that is just to get your mind into the right place of, well, what is a serving? How many do I actually need? You need 4 fruit, you need 5 vegetables, and how can I incorporate that into my breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snacks, all of that, right? And so we'll talk a little bit about how we can incorporate all these different types of fruits and vegetables into our everyday diet. So the good news about eating the right amounts of fruits and vegetables is it doesn't really have to be that complicated. So here's just some more examples of about one serving, like what is a serving one? This is one of the servings. So like an apple, pear, or orange, a nectarine, or a peach is a medium one. That's about the size of your fist. So think about that. Avocado, half of a medium avocado is considered to be a serving. One small banana about 6 inches long is considered to be a serving. 16 grapes is a serving. So you just think about how many grapes you actually eat sitting down, you know, you just pull some off the vine, 16 of those is a serving. So you might be getting your servings or 2 servings, depending on how many grapes you like, especially if they're frozen. Oh, I love frozen grapes in the summertime. They're so good. Half of a medium mango is considered to be a serving. A fourth of a medium pineapple is considered to be a serving. And then also 4 large strawberries is considered to be a serving as well. And I know I eat more than 4 strawberries, especially when they're good and in season. It's more than 4. So you might be getting those and you don't even really know it. And so just something to be more mindful as well. And then for our vegetable, half of a large bell pepper is considered to be a serving. And so if you are cooked with bell peppers all the time, you know, if you're one of those people that likes peppers, I'm not a fan, you might be, that's cool. So think about that as well, like the foods that we're putting into our dishes. If you're like the, what are they called? The Trinity, the bell peppers, onions, and garlic, and you mix that up, and that's like the starter blend of a meal. And so think about that is when you're putting those different items into your dishes. And those are just some of the things that you don't even have to really think about eating. It might just be something that you can throw into a dish and it just adds in more flavor, but you are still getting the benefits of that particular fruit or that particular vegetable when you're cooking it that way. 6 baby carrots or 1 whole medium carrot is considered to be a serving. Like I was saying, 1 cup of raw leafy greens is a serving. So if you're a big salad person, then you might be getting those in as well. Half of a medium potato. We love potatoes over here, okay? And then we also love squash, half of a small squash. And so when we hear about servings, it's not so much of, oh, there's 5 servings. Oh, that's a lot of food, right? It can be, but it's also just something that a lot of people are doing every day anyway, because who just eats half of a small squash when you're cooking? You chop up the whole squash and you might be getting 2 of their servings into whatever dish you're making, squash casserole or whatever, sauteed squash and zucchini and things like that. So just think about all the variety that you can add into your everyday. Eat smart, adding more color in. When we look at what plate or the plates that we're serving ourselves at home, look to see what colors you have on your plate. That can help you visualize things as well. Do I have a red? Do I have a green? Or is everything a yellow? And that's okay sometimes. Sometimes it's a yellow day. Sometimes it's potato day. And that's cool. But then also think about, maybe I should add in, if you see that you only have 1 set of color on your plate, then well, maybe I should find something that has red. Or maybe when you're in the grocery store, look at your basket when you're shopping and be like, okay, I have a lot of green things in here. Maybe I should add a red thing. Maybe I should add a yellow thing, things like that. So just keep that in mind when you're going throughout your everyday life. I know sometimes I'm picking up what I'm picking up, and that's that about that. But sometimes if you're in that mode of trying to be more mindful when you are at the grocery store, that's a good way to start. It's just adding in more color into your the foods that you're picking up. So for breakfast, the easiest way to eat your fruit is during breakfast. So we like a little sweetness in our breakfast and our snacks. So smoothies are an easy way to get in a whole cup of fruit without even trying. You can also think about drinking the 4-ounce glass of 100% fruit juice, like I was saying before, and that is a serving of fruit, or half of a serving of fruit, excuse me. Adding in vegetables like bell peppers, mushrooms, onions, spinach to an egg white omelet, that can also help. And putting half of a cup of frozen mixed vegetables in a microwavable dish, and then adding in eggs and making that into like a little omelet quiche type thing, adding a little cheese in that, that's a whole meal. those are just some different ways during breakfast. And then also you can, with your baked goods, you can add in apples and bananas and blueberries into your favorite muffin mixes and pancakes and waffles and all that sort of type of thing. And so you're still getting your good breakfast that you like to have, but then you're also adding in, that's what we want to talk about, adding in more fresh fruits and vegetables into our diets. During lunch, we can load up on our favorite sandwiches with vegetables for that added crunch and nutrients. Like when I go to my favorite sub restaurant or sub place in the grocery store, half of my sandwich is just the vegetables because I like the crunchiness of it, but then also it adds more and you're more full when after you eat as well. And then salads that aren't salad, no lettuce salads, anything but lettuce type salads. And so I'm going to show you all this video here about some lettuce-free salads. If you are not a lettuce fan, there's some people that just don't like the texture. You don't like it gets, you leave it out too long, it gets limp and you don't really care for that. So here's some different types of lettuce-free salads that you can try to add and incorporate some more vegetables into your diet. So give me just a second and I will show you that now. So that's just one of the ways that you can look at adding in more variety, especially if you're not like I said, the lettuce type of fan of a salad. There's many different ways to make a salad. Throwing things in a sheet pan and putting a sauce on top of it, that is the best, especially when you can add like a grain to it and you can just look at, if you have the My Plate in mind and you see your fruits and vegetables, and then you also have your grains and your proteins, adding in like a bean or a legume, some chickpeas, and adding in a grain as well and mixing that together, that's good. Okay. So another way to incorporate some things, like especially while we have snacks, is the cutting up your fruits and vegetables as soon as, let me say that again, as soon as you get home from the grocery store, and putting them into small baggies on the go, for on the go snacks, for in the house snacks, for grazing when you're feeling a little snacky, and it's not quite time for dinner yet, but I'm a little hungry now. You can try that as well. And so don't be like me and go to the grocery store and buy your grapes and go ahead and put them in the bottom drawer and forget about them. And then when you're cleaning out the refrigerator a month later, they're all moldy and squishy and not good. Don't be like me. Make sure you go home. You go get your fruits and vegetables from the store, you cut it up then and there. And it's so much easier than having to remember, oh, I do have those strawberries that I bought a week ago, but they're sitting behind the leftovers that I had yesterday, and they've just been back there chilling, wondering when it's going to be their turn, right? So make sure you go ahead and just do it while you're in the mood, so that it's a lot easier for you to just pick them up and be like, oh, okay, well, I opened up my refrigerator and I was going to get something, but here goes a baggie of fruits and vegetables that I already had, and I'm just going to take that and go do what I was going to do. So it could already be prepared, and then keeping a bowl of fresh vegetables and fruits on your kitchen counter for quick snacking, to keeping it visible. Because for me, if you put it where I can't see it, it might as well be gone. What is it? It's gone. So I have to keep things visible in order for me to see it, in order for me to actually use it. So if you're anything like me, keep it front and center so that you can see it, so you can be more willing to grab it easier. And then also you can think about doing those freezer smoothie bags as well. You can make all different types of combinations if you are trying to do snacks or breakfast, something easy and quick. Especially if you have like one of the smaller blender type ones, you can add in like apples, avocados, and different types of leafy greens, and add different types of things, and just put them all in a baggie, put them in the freezer. And then when you're ready to grab it to go do something, or you want something sweet at the end of the night, then grab that out, and then that could be your serving of fruits and vegetables as well. Because like we said, those servings are pretty small. That's like one apple that's the size of your fist, a medium size. And what do we say about a banana is like a 6-inch banana. And so that can all just go into one different smoothie, or 2 different types of smoothies as well. And so before we get started, the word of the week for this week is dinner. It's dinner. The word of the week is dinner. So if you are planning on coming to the farmers market, Fresh on Deck farmers market with us this week, just know that the word of the week is dinner, and we will give you your up to $10 off, just one per use for this week per family. And the word is going to change by next week, on next Monday. So make sure you use it for this week. And when you come up to shop with us, just let us know that you have the word of the week. The word of the week is dinner, and we will get you your money off for joining our classes today. So thank you for joining our class. So the word is dinner one more time. And then I'll have the schedule at the end to know when you can come and shop with us this week. But yes, the word is dinner. The word of the week is dinner. So another way of thinking about how we can add in more fruits and vegetables is adding in chopped carrots, broccoli, or mixing in your favorite vegetables into soups, salads, meatloafs, and casseroles, things that you don't even really think that you're going to taste it. You probably won't. Like if you're making a different type of spaghetti, adding in some different vegetables into your spaghetti mix, so that you are able to get in that added benefit of those nutrients and fruits and vegetables, excuse me. Let the vegetable, beans, and other grains like whole wheat pasta and brown rice be your main dish. You can use a meat as a side dish. In a lot of like Mediterranean culture and Mediterranean dishes, the vegetable is the main dish. And they have, the sides is just the meat, but the star of the show is the vegetable or the bean or the grain or whatever type of other vegetable like that. So then also you can challenge yourself to try new vegetables from the produce aisle, frozen food section, or your local farmers market. My favorite thing when I go into the grocery store is to look for something new. It might not happen every grocery shopping list, but at least once a month or whenever I think about it, I like to try something new just because I haven't tried it before. It might be a little bit more expensive. You might have to add that into your budget if you're going to be trying new things. But it is good to try new things so that you can know like, oh, maybe I do like this. Maybe I can add this into everyday as well. And then you can also have like a meatless Monday. Meatless Mondays have gotten really popular in the past few years. Just challenging yourself to add in more vegetables into your diet, or add in more fruits and vegetable dishes into your everyday, so that you can just try something new as well. So meatless Mondays, that'll give you at least, on Mondays, we're going to be trying something that doesn't have meat in it. So give it that a try as well. Oh, and then here is a video of like a meatless Monday type recipe that I want to show you all. So give me just a second. So those were just a couple or two recipes, like a couple of recipes that I wanted to show you all, like that eggplant, like lasagna type dish. And then they also had that cauliflower General Tso's type dish as well. And so these are like popular dishes that everybody eats, or not, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people eat. And so just giving it a different, a new take on a classic favorite or something like that. And so there's lots of different recipes out there for meatless recipes that you can give a try, especially if you're looking to lower your cholesterol as well, adding in more fruits and vegetables for that. And then also a little something sweet. We know, you like to eat your dinner and then at the end of the meal, oh, let me get some little sweet, okay? So here's just some different ways if you're craving something sweet to make a dessert that can still satisfy your sweet tooth. And so there's just a lot of different like fruit and chocolate pairings. If you are a dark chocolate type of person or a milk chocolate person, you can still have the sweets, especially if you're adding in more of your fruits and vegetables into your favorite diet and add it in onto your favorite dessert as well. So there's apples and milk chocolate, and you can try that with walnuts and give that a try. Or they have pineapples and dark chocolate and sprinkle it with a little sea salt. They have strawberries and dark chocolate, and you can try that with sprinkles if that's something that you want to try to do, or coconuts and milk chocolate and drizzle on some condensed milk. And so these are just some little things that you can do if you're wanting something a little sweet, but you're still adding in some fruit into that as well. So you can still have it all. You can have it both. And just give that a try. If that is something that you just, want to try. You want to add in more, add a little sweetness into the end of the day. And so the recipe of the week is a sweet pepper trio. And so this is one of those recipes that's just nothing but bell peppers. It's all bell peppers. It is some people's favorites. This is not one of my favorite recipes, but that's just because I don't really care for bell peppers, but that's okay because what I like is not what you like. And so a lot of people do like this recipe though, because it has different types of bell peppers. And it's so easily customizable as well because it has the garlic, it has olive oil, it also has balsamic vinegar. And so you can add in onions, you can put this over a chicken, you can add this as just a side if you like that as well. You can make one of those like grain bowls, like a Chipotle type bowl, have a grain bowl, have some meat, and then add this on top as well, because it has those bell peppers in them and it has lots of good nutrients in there for you. And so I'm going to show you the recipe of this week so that you all can see how you can make it. It is very easy to make. And so it'll only take you about 5 minutes just to get the peppers a little bit soft. So give me just a second and I'll show you how to make this. And then also depending on what type of seasoning you want to add to it as well. Doesn't have to be stop at salt and pepper. You can add garlic seasoning, onions powder, all different types of things as well. Mrs. Dash, the no salt seasonings as well, to give that a new taste. And then just some next steps. If you're already eating plenty of fruits and vegetables every day, you might be ready for the next step, which is also including more color, like I was saying before. All fruits and vegetables contain vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that may help prevent heart disease, cancers, and other illnesses. Some of these nutrients are fiber, potassium, folate, vitamin A and C. And the best way to get all the various nutrients is to eat a variety of fruits and vegetables as well, of many different colors. And so this just goes for the person, the everyday person that's already feeling like they're getting enough of their servings, or they are getting their servings of fruits and vegetables per day, just to add in more color, because that's just one of the things that we can do. And so here is just a chart that shows what colors there are. We can see, but like some purple and blue fruits and vegetables that we can have are blackberries, plums, prunes, dates, eggplants. Red and pink ones are beets. Beets are really good for you. They might not taste the best. Like, I don't think they taste the best, but they are very good for you. So I do try to eat a couple of beets every now and then. Some red apples, red grapes, tomatoes as well, and watermelon. Watermelon is so good right now. Greens, artichokes, asparagus, avocados, bok choy. There's different types of varieties of foods from different cultures that are more prominent in different cultures. So if you're looking to expand your palate, then you can give those a try as well, and just start something different in your household. And so like red fruits and vegetables contain lots of vitamin C, vitamin A, potassium. Yellow has a lot of vitamin C and vitamin A and potassium as well. They help boost your immune system. Mushrooms, bananas, and onions and other white fruits are good for the heart and help control cholesterol levels. Some green in your diet means a lot of heart protective potassium and vitamin K. It aids in the blood clotting process as well. And it also helps to maintain vision health and strong bones and teeth. And then purple and blue fruits and vegetables boost your urinary tract health and memory functions and promote healthy aging. So there are lots of good benefits of eating the rainbow, eating all the different colors of the fruits and vegetables that there are. So give that a try. And then this is the My Plate app that I wanted to show you all, that has like some simple daily food goals. You can see progress in it. You can also, if you're a competitive type person, you can earn some badges along the way. And so this could just be one of the things that can help you with your goals that you have. And then we'll also talk a little bit about setting goals in the next. So give me just a second. So I just like showing you all some resources that you all can use. Of course, you can utilize the extension office and contact me if you have any questions, but there are also some other resources out there that you can utilize as well if you have more questions. And so then also this segues right into setting your goals, turning your big goals into smaller, smart goals, and how it can help build habits. So I did this before in the other session, and I'm going to continue to do this at every session. At every class for this session as well for session B, and just talk about if you do have some goals in mind, if you have something that you've been thinking about for a while, you've been, trying to formulate how this is going to fit into your everyday life. Here is just some ways that you can be able to do that as well. So if you have a very big goal, like I want to eat healthy, or I'm going to eat healthy, or I want to exercise more, or I want to be more active, how can we turn those really big goals into smaller, smart goals? So a SMART goal is S for specific, M for measurable, A for attainable, R for realistic, and T for time bound. And so specific just means describing exactly what you want to do. Write it down, write exactly what you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to do it with. And this doesn't actually have to be about your health. It could be just everyday life goals as well. So it could be financial, it could be things that you want to do with your friends, things you want to do with your family, whatever that. This can apply for any goal that you have. So I just wanted to add that in. But N is for measurable. So if you measure your progress, you can hold yourself accountable. And you also know that if you are succeeding in that. So making sure it's measurable. A is attainable. So making sure you have the tools, the time, and the resources to achieve your goal and not set yourself up for failure. R is also realistic. You are more likely to have long-term success with small achievable goals. So we want to make sure that they are small enough for you to actually be able to do. And then T is time bound, having a start date, having a frequency, like so how often you want to do it, and then also having a deadline as well. So those are just, it's the acronym for SMART goals, or SMART is an acronym. And so I'm going to eat healthy. That could be somebody's goal. That could be all of our goals is I want to eat healthy. But how can we turn that into a SMART goal is beginning this weekend, I'll fill 2/3 of my plate with fruits and vegetables at every meal 4 days a week. And so the great part about having goals and setting goals is that they're completely customizable to you. So this goal here on the page or on the slideshow could work for somebody, but it also couldn't work for somebody else. And so that's okay, because my goals aren't your goals and your goals aren't somebody else's goals, right? So we want to be able to customize that. And so we see that 2/3 of your plate with fruits and vegetables at every meal 4 days a week, that's just too much. Wait a minute, that's too much. And that's okay. We start small here. So you can say, I want to fill 2/3 of my plate with fruits and vegetables at one meal, 2 days this week, but for however many weeks we want to do this until you might want to up it. Or so for you want to start at 2 weeks, I'll do one meal for 2 days a week for 2 weeks. And then we'll see how that goes. Is that realistic for you? It could be, but then if you get into it and you realize that this isn't really realistic, and for me, then you can always change that as well, right? Yay, things for change. And so here, another goal could be, I want to exercise more. That's great. We all want to exercise more, be more physically active as we can be. And so we can change that to beginning Monday, I'll do at least 30 minutes of activity 5 days a week. That even for me, that's a little bit too much right now. Okay. And so that's okay. So we start small. So beginning Monday, I'll do at least 5 minutes of physical activity 1 day a week, just to see if how can I fit this into my schedule? I'm busy, I'm doing things. I'm just getting started. I don't know where to start, and that's okay too. So beginning Monday, I'll do at least 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, take a lap around the neighborhood, one lap around the neighborhood just to see. I'll walk up and down my driveway twice just to see how that feels for me. And then you can always customize it and say, I'm going to do this for 2 weeks. And then once those 2 weeks are up, then I'll take another lap and I'll do 2 laps around the neighborhood, and I'll start that for 2 weeks, and just for your body to adjust to that. And so that is just one of the great things about having these SMART goals, is just making them customizable for yourself, and so that you're able to actually achieve it. And so the overall goal here, physical activity 101, this is from the physical activity guidelines for Americans, that they recommend you do 30 minutes a day. But here at the bottom, it says tight on time this week, start with just 5 minutes. It all adds up. And it does add up. And so, like we were saying before, that 30 minutes a day might be too much if you haven't done 30 minutes a day before, and that's okay too. We just want to start small and just being as active as we can. And so here is a YouTube physical activity suggestion that I wanted to show you all. This is a book workout. And so this is one of those things where if you don't have any heavy weights at home, you don't have weights at home, period, and you're looking for a different way just to be active, here's one of those workouts that you can look at. And this is for 25 minutes here, but it doesn't have to be for 25 minutes. It could just be for the 5 minutes or however long you want to do this for, just to see where you'll get going. So I like showing these just so that I can, let you all know that you can still be physically active and not have all the equipment and the fancy outfit and the this and that. And you can just do it at home. You can do it standing up. You can do it in a chair, whatever the case may be, whatever works best for you. So give me another second and I will show you all part of this video. And if you have or want to get this video, just send me an email and I'll have that in the next slide so that you can email me and I'll send it to you.
And that's pretty much it.
I'm going to start out.
Give me 4 from here. This is 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. Excellent. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe.
Get oxygen through your lungs, in your bloodstream, and to your muscles during this workout. Once you get into it, you can kind of get a flow. Right. I'm actually going into like a little figure 8 move here with the book. Okay, good. And breathe. So you're working your arms.
Just my 1 pound book, it's heavy. It's pretty interesting.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're working your core there. If you're sitting in a chair, you're doing.
So that's just a small snippet of these videos, just so that you all can see that you can still be active and having to sit down or whatever your physical limitation might be. There are different videos out there for that. So there's upper body videos, there's lower body videos, there's the dancing ones. If you love to dance, you like music, you dance at a commercial music, then you can do that as well. But if you want to get that video, then just send me an email, and it is JAM as in Mary, ILLE, Hawkins, HAWKIN as in Nancy, S @uga.edu. My name is Jamel Hawkins. I'm the Fresh on Deck Mobile Farmers Market assistant manager, but I also teach these classes as well. And then outside of the season, I do a lot of the health and wellness type of programming with DeKalb County. So if you like these classes, then send me an email, and outside of the season, I can do classes with you all or whatever organization that you want me to work with you, and we can always talk that way. So if you have any more questions, or if you're looking for more information with Fresh on Deck, you can go to our email, freshondeck.com. You can visit us on Facebook with Fresh on Deck. And we are also on Instagram at Fresh on Deck. And then if you have any family members or friends that are not connected on social media, they don't want to have anything to do with social media, that's cool. We are on YouTube to show these videos. So if you want, they would like the word of the week to watch these videos, to get some good information, then you can send them to our YouTube page, which you can find on the freshondeck.com, but it's also DeKalb County Extension Services. And that is where you can find all of our classes will be posted right after this. I post them, try to get them up as quickly as possible for everybody to view. And then on the right side, we have our evaluation that I will ask every week if you can fill it out. If you got this, it won't be sent out automatically to participants, so you can look at it here. You can send me an email and I can send you the link that way. So here's the QR code, but then there's also the website link here underneath the bit.ly short link as well. So send me an email if you want me to send this to you as well. And then here are our stops for this week. You can also request a kitchen gadget at this week's stop because you attended our classes as well. Just another incentive for thank you for joining us. Just another thank you. But then also Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, and Fridays, we will be out this week. So Tuesday from 9 to 11, we'll be at Embark Community Youth Farm off Rock Chapel Road in Lithonia. From 12 to 2, we'll be at the Norris Lake Community off in Snellville. That's like right where the DeKalb County Gwinnett line is, and we're still in DeKalb County. So meet us there as well if you're up there. Wednesday 9 to 11 we'll be at the South DeKalb Senior Center off Candler Road. 12 to 2 we'll be at Stone Mill Elementary in Stone Mountain. Thursday from 9 to 11 we'll be at Redan Rec Center in Lithonia. 12 to 2 we'll be at the Crest Center off Candler Road. Friday we'll be at the Starnes Senior Community in Clarkston, and then from 12 to 2 we'll be right off Memorial Drive, right after 285, the DeKalb County Extension Office across from DeKalb County Jail, if you are familiar with that area. And so that is where we'll be this week, and we hope to see you all there. Don't forget that if you have the word of the week, make sure that you use it. And we will see you all later. I hope you all have a great week. See you out there.
Ms. Hawkins.